beyond the delusion, manifesting according to karma. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's profound sharing of the Shurangama Sutra. Part 1, the opening Purnas, Ultimate Inquiry. In our previous session, we discussed the three types of continuity, the world, sentient beings, and the karmic rewards. After hearing this, a natural question arises, one that the Venerable Purna asked on behalf of all of us during the assembly. Purna stood up and asked the Buddha, World-Honored One, if my spirit is identical to the Buddha's heart, neither increasing nor decreasing, and the Buddha has already attained enlightenment, why do mountains, rivers, and the great earth suddenly arise out of nowhere? If the Buddha's karma is already purified, why are these conditioned phenomena still perceived? Furthermore, if you have attained the wonderful vacuity and bright enlightenment, how can these leaked, conditioned karmic habits arise again? When did they reappear in your realization? Let's see how the Buddha used supreme wisdom to dismantle this logical trap. Part 2, the Lost Traveler and the Phantom Flowers. The Buddha didn't start with abstract theories. He began with a parable. He asked Purna, imagine someone in a village who is lost and confuses north with south. Is this confusion produced by confusion itself, or by clarity? Purna replied, Word-Honored One, it is produced by neither. Confusion has no root. How could it be born from itself? And clarity certainly wouldn't produce confusion. The master's analysis here is straightforward. Being lost happens because you are mistaken. It has no substantial root. The Buddha then asked, if this lost person is suddenly pointed in the right direction by a clear-headed person, would he ever get lost in that same village again? No, Word-Honored One, Purna answered decisively. The Buddha explained, the same is true for the Tathagatas. Confusion has no foundation. Its nature is ultimately empty. From time immemorial, the self-nature is neither confused nor enlightened. These are merely functions displayed upon the self-nature. The Master reminds us, what we feel as delusion or enlightenment is just the interaction of the mind. Once you truly realize that the delusion is false, it is extinguished. Once enlightened, you will never produce new delusions. The Buddha gave another example. A man with diseased eyes seeing flowers in the sky. To him, flowers seem to fly in the void. But the void is actually empty. Once the eye disease is cured, the flowers vanish. Would a sane person wait for the flowers to grow back in the empty sky? Purna laughed at the absurdity. The Buddha then hit the mark. Since you understand this, why do you ask how mountains and rivers can arise again within the Buddha's enlightenment? Part 3, Pure Gold and Wood Ash, Irreversible Awakening. To settle Purna's doubts completely, the Buddha added two physical metaphors. The gold mine, gold, mixed with sand and grit, is called ore. However, once the gold is refined into pure gold, it will never return to being ore, even if you throw it back into the mud. Wood to ash. Once wood is burned into ash, it can never become wood again. The master summarizes, the bodhi and the vana of the Buddhas are exactly like this. Once Buddhahood is attained, it is impossible to regress or return to the confused state of an ordinary being. Part 4. Harmonizing water and fire. Why doesn't the universe conflict? After resolving the issue of returning to delusion, Purna raised a practical physical question. World-honored one, you say the 4 elements, earth, water, fire, wind, are all pervading, but water and fire are incompatible. If fire fills the universe, where does water go? Why don't they destroy each other? The Buddha replied, Purna, consider space. Its essence is not any conditioned phenomenon, like mountains or water. Yet it does not prevent these phenomena from functioning within it. The master explains, in space, the sun brings light, clouds bring darkness, and wind brings movement. The Buddha asked, are these phenomena produced by themselves or by space? If light was produced by space, why isn't it bright at midnight? The conclusion, these appearances are neither the sun nor the void, yet they are not separate from them. All phenomena are false appearances generated by your karmic delusions. If you understand, they are all manifestations of the self-nature. The problem of incompatibilities vanishes. Part 5. The screen of nature and manifesting according to karma. The master uses a modern analogy. A computer screen. The screen can display text or images. While it displays them, the screen itself is neither the text nor the image. The self-nature is the same. It can manifest water and fire simultaneously, because the nature itself is neither. The Buddha told Purna, if you seek emptiness, emptiness appears. If you seek earth, water, fire, or wind, they appear. If you seek them all together, they appear together. This is the famous principle, manifesting according to karma. They do not destroy each other because they are all illusory manifestations with no solid conflict. Part 6. The sun in the water. Your illusions follow you. To explain this individualized manifestation, the Buddha gave a final brilliant metaphor. Reflections in the water. Imagine a basin of water reflecting the sun. If 2 people look at the reflection and walk in opposite directions, one east, one west, the sun in the water will appear to follow each person. The sun hasn't moved, and the reflection hasn't truly traveled. It is the person's movement and perspective that create the illusion. The master laments. This is shifting falsehood with no basis. You cannot argue that because there is only one sun, there shouldn't be 2 reflections. You are simply chasing shadows within a dream. Part 7. Conclusion. Viewing the nature as truly real. By now, we should understand the Buddha's painstaking efforts to guide us. All conflicts, incompatibilities, and delusions are built upon a mind that takes the false to be true. As the master says, observe the appearance, and it is false. Observe the nature. and it is true. Behind all these phantoms, the only reality is the wonderful, enlightened, bright mind. Once you have refined the pure gold of your wisdom, you will never fall into the trap of illusion again. Thank you to the Buddha's Light Association of Australia for sharing this Shirangama Dharma. May you see that unchanging, screen-like, self-nature amidst the fires and waters of daily life. See you next time.